and that's what it is. But nonetheless, Pops, gotta get Pops in here. I want to get Pops in here because I'm running out of breath. I want Pops to talk about Regis Prograis and Devin Haney. He has a lot to say about what took place at the press conference today between Regis Prograis and Devin Haney. It was a really entertaining press conference. It was good to see. It was great to see, actually. It was amazing to see Devin Haney actually be himself and not put on this fake persona and PC persona. He actually talked in the press conference how he talks in the gym. So it was great to see. But nonetheless, we got Pops here. So for this segment, I'm gonna shut up. Pops, you take the floor. You sit in the chair.
Yeah.
You talk to the people. Tell them what did you make of the whole Devin Haney Regis Prograis press conference?
I'm gonna tell you straight up.
Talk to him, Pops. Talk to him.
I've never seen the Haney so shook up. I never seen
shook.
I felt they were shook up, but the conditioning coach from Prograis side was just getting on them when they first sat down, and I guess the Haney started they were because he's on this feud and he's done all this stuff that he's supposed to get the first dips on Prograis supposed to get the first dips on answering first. What did the trainer say? You the challenger, brother. You the challenger. What? When I seen that guy try to talk my shit to the Haneys. I seen Haney shook, but I will say something about Haney. Haney looks like a big motherfucker at fucking 140. That guy looks big. I ain't gonna lie. But that being said, I am still gonna ride with the Rugal from from New Orleans. I'm riding with Prograis. I think Prograis will beat Haney, and the only way that I will see,
that's a bold prediction.
And the only way Haney will gain my respect, I don't want to see Dick out there playing tennis and tapping and jabbing and outside and boxing. If he stands in there and fight with Rugal, he will get his ass beat, and you could just see it from the blood from the Haney side. And what I love the most was too when Haney said, "Yeah, I grew up from Oakland and I did this and I did that." I love the lie. I love the whole thing. I don't care if they're just trying to sell it. When he said, "Oh, Haney, you went to private school, you went to home school," and Rugal came out and said, "I came from the bottom down. I had it hard. You don't know what hard is. You know why? Because you always came from money." And that's what it is. And Rugal didn't really sell the fight. It was really the conditioning coach going at the Haneys. But I could tell that Haney really shook up, and who knows?
You think he shook up? Like what you
I honestly think
when you say shook up, you mean like scared?
I just think he's angry about how his team is talking. I don't think he's afraid because for him to even, you gotta respect the Haney, for him to come up at 140 and take a fight like Prograis right off the bat, you gotta respect that. I don't care how you want to look at it, you gotta respect that. You know what I'm saying? The Prograis team saying, "Oh no, you just took us now because of my last fight." No, you gotta put respect on Haney's name. I do like the Haneys, but I just think, to me, Haney doesn't have the killer instinct. Yeah, he's got the skills pay the bills. If he's gonna go in there and just jab from the outside like he did with Campos and everybody else, that shit is not happening with Prograis. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Prograis fought Josh Taylor, and Taylor was no fucking joke. And Taylor beat him. Yeah, Taylor beat him, and I give that to Taylor because Taylor was my favorite fighters too. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if Haney don't get it right, if he gonna get the tap dance and if he don't make a big statement, he gonna get knocked the fuck out by Prograis. I'll make that prediction right here.
You don't think it's fair to say that Taylor is a different fighter?
Okay, yeah, styles make a difference. You're right.
Don't you think Devin's best path to victory would be to use his feet and box?
I will always say the same thing about Devin. I don't care how skillful he is. He doesn't have that fucking killer instinct. He doesn't. Now he's gonna have to show up. Now Rugal's saying, "Oh, he's gonna come in there. It's a skill for skill. Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna get better." No, right now, Haney better answer the call at 140 because there's a lot of kills at 140. So if he want to make a statement, he better do it against Rugal. If he doesn't, I love him. I support him. But I can't put him up here. I can't respect him for being undisputed at 135. But fuck 135. He's at 140.
What if he wins like a 10-2 decision?
Who?
Devin Haney.
Damn it,
he's fighting Regis Prograis.
It ain't gonna happen. No,
credit, right? Because Prograis is dangerous as you say he is.
I'm telling you right now, if Haney goes in there and he throws that fucking jab out there and does this, and does that boxing and doesn't sit there and fight with motherfucking Rugal, that's the only way he's gonna win the fight. That's the only way he's gonna win the fight. If he stand there and fight with Rugal, he getting fucked up. Mark my words. I'm riding with Prograis.
All right, so okay.
My son's
there's a couple questions for you in the chat. So MEZBX asks Pops, he wants to know, do you co-sign the private school narrative that they're pushing? As a father, do you co-sign that? So basically, like, you know how they were saying, like, Devin went to private school, and like it's a bad. But Devin was homeschooled.
What I'm saying is, I'm not trying to hate. That's what his dad chose for him. But Devin has had it a lot fucking easier than Prograis, okay? Bottom line, his dad was in jail. His dad was not around. His dad came back, played important figure. Shout out to his dad. But Devin has always been around money with Mayweather, whatever else, uncle, whatever. He's always had money. So you can't say you're from motherfucking Oakland.
But you're not answering the question.
What's the question?
The question is, as a father, do you co-sign the narrative of Devin being in private school? Even though he wasn't in private, he was homeschooled, but they were making it. They were saying
I see what you're saying.
They were trying to say he's soft because basically he's not from the ghetto. And he was he was.
So I'm not gonna just say that because his dad is old school from when he grew up from Oakland. So I guarantee you, we can say what we want about Haney, but the reality is he's got the same motherfucking genes as his dad. I'm quite sure that his dad, just like I would teach you, Brandon, talking about the streets, talking how tough it is. So yeah, so okay, maybe he wasn't going to private school, but he was homeschooled. But the whole point of the whole discussion was that he had a lot easier than Rugal. That's what they're saying, you know.
What do you think? Do you think he had? When you say easier, easier
economically,
easier
everything,
life or
everything economically a lot easier than a Rugal.
It's easy to judge someone when you ain't walking their shoes.
Yeah,
you think that's fair?
Yeah, because Haney's always had it. His dad's got it now. He's had it. He made that money, and I respect Haney because he's the only young buck that became a promotional promoter. He's done a lot for boxing. I'm not saying that. And they give out to the poor and all this other. I'm not saying that. Respect to the Haneys. I'm just saying that he's had it a lot easier than what they're trying to make it sound to be. Okay, simple as that. And if it wasn't truth, it wouldn't get underneath their skin. And I think it got underneath the skin to the point when they wanted to face off, and Rugal kept talking about the same shit over looking dead at his face. But we're gonna find out when fight happens.
All right. Shout out to my guy Mark Christopher Atkins. One really good fighter. He says, who do you think is better, Pops, Regis or Vasily Lomachenko?
Okay, you talk about skills?
Who
skills, I will go with Lomachenko. Skills, I will go with Lomachenko. Power and strength and dominance, I will ride with Prograis.
Are you a big Regis Prograis fan?
Definitely,
why are you?
I like Prograis. I just like the way he comes in there. I mean, last fight was disappointing, but sure, every fighter has a bad fight. Here now and then, everybody's got a free gift. Sometimes big gift decisions. I'm a big Prograis fan. I do like the Haneys. Don't get me wrong.
No, you don't.
I just think for me to put the dream on the big, one of my biggest things is you got to go in there and knock the motherfucker out. Don't just go up and dance. You're not going to be able to dance with Rugal. You're not going to dance with Rugal.
So can I ask you another question? Do you have that same energy for Shakur Stevenson when he has fights that way does knock you out?
I like Shakur Stevenson, but I lost a lot of respect for him for the last couple months. So I know he's talking about the skills, how Shakur could bring it on. He did it. What was the last fight that he did it against him? Came out there, somebody pushed me, and he came in there and duked it out and did what he had to do. Was it Jamal? I don't know if it was Jamal, which one it was, but I'm telling you, I like Stevenson. But one thing I say, Stevenson is to me. He's really disappointed me by turning down a big fight that he could have had with Haney, and he could have taken the risk and actually literally go ahead and made more money off him becoming undisputed. But because he didn't do that, and making excuses like he's always saying, that's why I like the old school back in the day throwback fighters. They don't make fucking excuses; they just fight.
That's not true.
You know, but that's what I feel. That's what I feel.
You feel like a lot of
you know, but I mean, so that's what I'm saying about Stevenson. But back to Haney, you gotta give respect to the young buck, regardless. I like him. My only thing is, I don't see the killer instinct in him. I don't. When I get to see that killer instinct, not just boxing, not just, and I know people are going to say, oh, yeah, but you're not understanding boxing, Pops, because all you want is a knockout. All you want to do is to fight, but boxing is also skillful of boxing.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Does Dimitri Bivol need a killer instinct?
No, but
he hasn't had a knockout like in 9 fights. Did you ever get mad at him for not having a killer instinct?
You can't compare, but you cannot compare. Dimitri's been fought better fighters in the division, better fighters than fucking Haney. Haney has not fought. Name me one big fight that Haney's fought, a big legitimate fight.
Regis Prograis coming up.
That's it. That's it. Before who else before that?
Lomachenko.
Lomachenko, okay, that one fight, he got that fight. Yeah, he got that one. And I'm not going to even give credit for Kambosos because I knew he's going to run through Kambosos. Kambosos just wasn't, I mean, no disrespect to him, but I just think Kambosos wasn't ready. He's too big for that. But I will say, I got to respect to Haney because he's coming to the 140 fighting a tough guy right off the bat. And that's the way to come. He looks big. So you've been telling me for years, BT's been telling me for years that this is the weight class that Haney's going to do some damage. So I want to see it. If he goes in there and cracks Prograis, then he run my respect. If he fucking cracks him, because I'm telling you right now, 140 is not 135. Where you have all this diva and all this shit going on, you're gonna get cracked by somebody.
You're saying that's the real division
compared to 135. 35 was like a soap opera. I mean, it was something different. Look at what happened right now with Shakur. Look at what happened right now with the Ghost, Martin. Look at all these motherfuckers.
But you do realize that a lot of the guys in 35 are at 40 now. Like
I know. I
Ryan,
yeah,
champion.
but that being said,
now Devin is there.
You got Matias.
So
you got 140. Got some killers in there that are gonna iron out all this shit. I'm telling you, you got Fimo. You got this. You got a lot of killers in that. All that crying shit they're doing back and forth at 135 is not gonna happen at 140. My word.
So my main man, MEZBX, I want to see your take on this. Pops. He says Regis was talking all that shit on Twitter about Devin and then backtracked at the press conference. He said basically saying Regis didn't keep that same energy when Devin was in his presence.
Yeah, I mean, he kept his calm. I mean, I don't know much of I know what you're saying. He should have stood up and sold the fight better and done more.
Like when it came to
I mean, and I will say one thing about Prograis is one of my favorite fighters. But one thing I will say about Prograis, anytime they mention Matias, he fucking ran the other way too. So I'm not trying to say let's be realistic about that. Prograis to me, I feel that he ducked Matias when he had a chance. If they had a chance to fight, when he had a chance, he made all these other fucking excuses too. So, but that being said, I just think Prograis got the experience, the power, and Haney's done a lot too. So I got that take away. He traveled, he went all over the place, and did what he had to do. Got the belts undisputed, so he got a little confident. But I just think that this fight's gonna be tough for him. Come to 140 right away, taking on a monster like Prograis. Come on.
You keep saying that Devin needs to knock Regis out. Is it fair to say that like in boxing, you need to fight to your strengths?
I know you're getting. You're saying.
Devin is not a knockout puncher.
No, he's a skill.
He's skilled. Punch harder at 40, but like
he's a skillful boxer that knows how to box, knows how to do the jab, knows how to do the basic skills to get through. I want him to fucking crack somebody and say, I'm from motherfucking Oakland. Hit that motherfucker. Knock the fuck out of him. Let me know where you're from. I'm motherfucking Oakland, fucking San Francisco. I'm gonna show you what time it is. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see him fucking win all by boxing and boxing and boxing. But come on, man. But now that the level's going up at 140, you can forget it, man. 140. All that tap dancing, all that shit ain't happening to all these motherfuckers at 140.
But don't you think if he tries to train Regis Prograis, he could get severely hurt?
What's that?
Because Regis Prograis can punch.
Yeah, I'm saying that, and I'm also going to say that. Seeing how big he is now, I can see how big he's going to be in the fight. Prograis going to have a big disadvantage. I mean, we're going to find out the power from Haney at 140 because how big he is and how natural his weight's going to be. Can he really crack? Can he crack the Rugal? Can he do it? And that's the question we're going to have to find out. But I have not seen Devin, and I know you're going to say the skills pays the bills. The skills has won him a lot of fights. It's going to come a time when he's going to have to step up and bring it on.
My man David Easter agrees with you, Pops. He says, yes, I agree that Prograis kind of went around Matias. I think Showtime would have picked up that fight. Yeah, I mean, he tap danced too. So a lot of fighters, a lot of them, and my son tells me all the time, don't just go ahead and read what you read in the paper 10 years ago, 20 years ago, because it happened back then, it's happening now. People, other fighters just tap around and tap dance instead of taking the real fights. You know what? I don't know if Tim Tszyu, if he ducked anybody, but I like Tim Tszyu. I like the way he's willing to take the fights. And I got to give credit to Haney, even though I'm criticizing him because he's also wants to fight everybody. So, I mean, they were saying in the press conference talking about Shakur Stevenson money, whatever he did, whatever. Who cares? Shakur Stevenson to me blew a big chance. The Ghost blew a big chance on me. This is telling me these guys don't really want to be. They don't want to take risks. I can't respect that. I can't. I don't give a fuck when talking about Shakur. I will always see him a different way now. Older comment I seen in the chat. Tito Adonis says that Top Rank will announce Tio Haney the same night in San Francisco should Devin win. What do you think about that fight, Pops? Tio Fima Lopez versus Devin Haney unification fight 140.
Be a great fight. Great fight.
If he beats Prograis, of course.
If he beats Prograis. And there's another factor there. Prograis also didn't fight Teofimo when they offered him the when I think that they talked about it. Then they offered him the fight. So
I remember that.
Something that came up, and I might have it confused or something, but something like that. So what I'm telling you right now is respect to Haney. He's a young buck. He's accomplished a lot. Youngest promoter in boxing. How do you say, Lou? How does he say?
Youngest boss in the game, Devin Haney. Hey, man.
So respect to him. In my
there.
opinion, is my son tells me all the time, you need to stop just appreciating boxing for a fucking knockout punch, and that's it.
Every fighter has a different style.
But I'm riding with Prograis. I just think the experience, the power is there. He's gonna come out prove a point. After his last fight, he's gonna make a bigger point. And I respect Haney for taking the fight at 140, a tough fight like that. But if he don't crack him, if he thinks he's gonna just dance around, that ain't happening with Prograis.
The great Evander Holyfield once said, "You got to fight the fight that works for you."
That's right. You're right. Yeah. So if his thing is boxing, then he's gonna have to dance and just box on the outside and keep everything outside and tire out Prograis. You know, anything can happen. We don't know. We only can know from the last fight. Fight, Prograis was very disappointing.
Would you be interested in a fight between Devin Haney and Regis Prograis at 140? Because
are you serious? No, if I do, I'm riding with Haney on this one. I will ride with Haney. I like what you said, but I'm riding with Haney.
No, because I always think like that's like one of the longest matchups in boxing.
Yeah, guys. So if you have any more questions, just put them down. Whatever you want to ask.
My man Red, shout out to me, says, "What's good, BT and Pops?"
God bless you guys. Thank you all for being here. Hit that like button. Thank you for supporting the channel. I've always been big on Prograis, always, and that's not going to change for me. But that's not saying that I don't think that, because I was telling my son throughout the press conference, fucking Haney looks huge. Like my son says, that's his natural weight, so he's gonna fold, he's gonna bring out more. So if he can just use that big body he got and crack Prograis, it could happen, because Prograis not as big as Haney. We don't know. We have to see the fight.
My man Rocky also shout out to me, says Gary Antoine Russell would knock Haney's ass out in 2 rounds.
That's the young one. The young one, right?
That fought Victor Postal.
Yeah, him. Yeah, I think so. I think that'd be a good fight, but it doesn't. Yeah, he can crack. I like his style. They're not
getting him no fights. Like in the fights they are getting him, like
right now,
little Mickey Mouse.
Well,
fights.
The thing right now, what do we have now? Showtime, The Zone.
We got Showtime out the game now.
Yeah, Showtime's out. The Zone. I think a lot of the fights really is going to hurt boxing, and I blame the grief from the promoters not making fights when they were supposed to make them. I think a lot of these fights are going to go all the way to Saudi Arabia. That's where the money's going to be at, and unfortunately, we're going to lose out. America's going to lose out on that, so we have to get these companies to come together and stop being greedy and make the fights that the fans want to see. Don't sit there and sponge it or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Because that's what prolongs the fight, and that's when a lot of fans lose interest. I'm not a big fan. I'm glad it's happening to whoever likes to watch soap opera boxing. I'm talking about the KSI and Logan. If you like that shit, shout out to you. I'm not fucking with that. But good luck to you. You want to make the money. You want to do what you want to do. I think boxing should just stick with boxers. Fucking let soap operas be soap operas, and that's it.
What's your take on boxing in Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia, I was in Saudi Arabia with military. I was over there in the military in the desert, and I say money talks and bullshit walking. Right now, that's where all the money's at. That's where a lot of promoters are going to go to make the fights happen. But honestly, in my opinion, I honestly think that the fight should stay back here in America. With the U.S. dollar, to me, it means a lot more. I think for the fans, but we're not. It's a business thing.
Isn't the U.S. dollar like extremely weak?
Yeah, it's really weak. But yeah, Saudi Arabia's got all money all up the ass. They can wipe the ass and do whatever they want. That's how much money they got. They were going to pay the military when we were there. They were going to give us a freaking thing, service pay, but the president turned it down. So they got money to do all kinds of shit. So I get it, but I don't like it. I don't like all the fights going out there. And I think I will be with Brandon, since a lot of times a lot of promoters overpaid a lot of fighters a lot of money for what they weren't worth, and that also cost a lot of the companies to go down. But for me, I like an old school fighter that goes in and fucking cracks. If you get your ass whooped and beat down, so be it. But you get back up, crack the motherfucker. Haney, if you can crack him, crack him. That's what I like. I don't want all this dancing and all this tennis shit like they do in British boxing. I don't want that shit. I want yeah.
Why you always talk about the Brits?
Because they play tennis all the time. You ever watch paddleball? Yeah. Or the thing with the ball?
What's that game? The old people playing on foot? Pickleball?
Yeah, pickleball. Whatever you want to call it. Whatever paddleball. Whatever you take. That's what they fight. I don't want to see that. I know Haney's a skillful fighter now, so not that only can box. I want to see you fight now. I want to see
you want to see this. You want to see that.
The same thing Prograis saying today. He doesn't want to just fight. He wants to be a skillful fighter. So he wants to be a Haney.
You want to see Devin become more of a complete fighter.
Yeah, I want to see him to open up my 4 eyes and say your eyesight is good. This motherfucker can crack, and give him the respect he deserves. Yes, he's undisputed. He accomplished what he did, so I can't take that away from him. But to me, I have not seen him fucking back somebody yet. Until I see that, that's how I feel about him. But good luck to the Haneys. I'm riding with Prograis.
Yeah. Tito Donis asked, have you ever gone to a fight in Puerto Rico?
No, I have not gone to fight Puerto Rico. I only been in Lowell, Massachusetts. A lot of Puerto Ricans out there in Hartford, stuff like that. But I never went to literally a big fight in the Coliseum in Roberto Clemente. No, I haven't. So I can't really speak about that. What I will say is I got the Puerto Rican blood in me, and I'm hungry, and I'm just hungry. I feel like Trinidad, Cotto, Benitez, Bazooka, you name it, all the greats, you know. So yeah, and I got a lot of excitement. I just got to calm myself down.
Yeah, you're breathing a little hard.
Yeah,
so you got.
I got my medication constant. But anyways, support the channel. Ask me anything you want to ask me. This is what happens when you let stress get to you. Don't let stress get to you. Okay. All right. But God bless you all. Keep supporting the channel. I'll be live with Brandon. Thank you all for your comments, good or bad. Thank you all, and God bless.
All right. There you go. There you have it. I don't even got to talk about Prograis versus Haney because Pops already talked about it.
Haney gonna knock me out. Mr. Haney gonna get the fight.
Bill Haney gonna come get you, Pops. He's a big fan of yours. Yeah, I know, Bill told me he's a big fan of yours, and you be talking shit about Devin.
I know.
Nonetheless, yeah, you have it. It's Pops, the man himself. But shout out to everyone that's rocking with us.